When these dads meet world, watching Boy Meets World. We grew up on the show, now we have kids and host a podcast. We watch each episode and then share our thoughts and grades. When these dads meet world.
They want you to take the roles.
Well, good-looking people, welcome back for the final, 15 minutes of Boy Meets World.
That's about right.
It's that awkward transition after the whole Sean saying, "I'm going with you," and the two of them jumping for glee. Yeah, odd, weird, different, but here we are. This is now going to be officially 158 episodes that we will watch, grade, give a praise to. I really stuck on that grade and praise. I think I even saw the lyrics when you originally put this thing together.
It was always great.
I believe you, but I still can't believe it. I'm in shock. So, well, let's start here because we'll get back into the synopsis because basically you'll reread them from last week. But I think it's a good point for us to start with of the conversation we were having just a few minutes ago of that why have we sat down almost on a weekly basis to release a show weekly on this weird 90s show called Boy Meets World. And this is Dad's Meet World, by the way. I don't think I said that originally. I'm Tyler, that's Brett, so
That's right.
We're together, yay!
We may not have introduced ourselves in the last episode.
I have no idea. Our number one fans, our wives, they'll tell us for sure.
Oh, yes.
Yes, as they always listen every single week.
Every week.
It goes back to me of this show has meant so much to me in my development and who I am, how I understand, how I think, act, all that stuff. And when I was in college and getting ready for the real world, Corey and his story was just so helpful again. Back from when I was a child to when I was a young adult, and I was an adult looking towards this through that lens of a dad. I can see Alan and all the things he's going through and all this, and also for Feeny as well. So it's a show that has so many facets to it, and it's a show that not everything is perfect every single time. It's not a perfect show, but nonetheless, I love it still.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say it. We are the first Boy Meets World podcast to watch this show fully and still have a positive attitude at the end.
Yes, we are.
What about you, Brett?
Well, I follow in a lot of the same tracks. I grew up with Corey. He left college the same year I was graduating high school. And so I learned a lot of the life lessons that Corey did. I never cheated on my girlfriend in high school, so I didn't learn that lesson the same way he did. And going back to it as a dad, I really learned a lot of the same lessons that Alan learned too, and really resonated with Alan a lot. Going back to it then, as I was having my own kids grow up with me learning. And it's always going to have that special place in my heart as a show that I can go back to time and again. And even despite the inconsistencies, despite the clunker episodes, the ones that are going to get F grades from me, I'm still going to go back and love the series and go back to it and watch. And Feeny's always going to have a lesson for me that's relevant.
Yep, absolutely. And the thing I was thinking about the most is, and then we'll get into the episode proper, but our lives have changed quite a bit since we started watching this. This wasn't a 7-year journey for us. We were able to get this done a lot faster than
Just a bit.
the show, but I am on my 7th job title since we started. Went from having one kid on Earth, one kid in heaven, to now having 3 kids on Earth, and I literally have 0 time for anything, but I'll always make time for this because this brings me joy. And I was thinking, even for yourself, you had your kids were on a younger side, and then now one's graduated,
got one in college now, and
one who's right on the cusp of that next step as well,
one,
and
about to enter into his senior year soon, and
the other one's almost in high school.
High school. Well, he's in 6th grade now, so he's got a little bit of time.
I think it's about time, guys, for you to have your oopsie baby.
I hope not.
I hope not, too, for your sake. Although I have plenty of baby stuff I can give away.
I really hope not.
Yeah. I mean, I was Sarah and I watched the show in after we had Henry. I put a projector screen up, and we were watching episodes. Like, this show is just part of us. I think our wives are ready for us to be done talking about this show so much.
I know yours definitely is.
Yes, my wife is done and over with it, and she wants me to stop talking to her about it. But yeah, so let's do that synopsis one last time, and let's do that description one last time. And
all right. Well, good-looking people, this is the 23rd episode of Season 7, Brave New World, Part 2. As all the friends say goodbye to each other, they all make one last stop to Mr. Feeny's classroom for the last goodbye to Mr. Feeny, where he gives them his very last piece of advice. This episode was written by Matthew Nelson. It's his last of 21 episodes. Directed by Jeff McCracken, his last of 51 episodes. You'll note that's the same information from last episode. I did not alter the numbers there because it is the same episode as last one. It is the same writing credits and directing credits. Originally aired May 5th, 2001, 1 minute after the last episode, because originally it was part of the same episode. The IMDb rating is a 9.2, which is 0.6 higher than Part 1. And the Nielsen viewers, it's 10.02 million viewers because they did not lose anything from Part 1 to Part 2 over the course of that hour.
That's good.
It stayed steady across them. And as I said last week, started season at 9.0, and it is the 5th highest rated episode of the season.
Yeah, that's terrific. The thing I keep thinking about when it comes to the ending of this show is what we could have had, but this is the show we do have, and it's fun for us to talk about, and let's talk about it.
All right, let's talk. Oh, yeah.
So I'm assuming our headcanon for Dads Meet World is going to be, this is the later, when the show was in syndication, and especially Disney Channel, when they had to start doing the episode by episode situation. So this, I don't think this was a part of the original show of, hey, remember last time what happened? But it's in this now.
It is.
You almost wish that Disney would just put it as like one long episode, the way it was originally aired.
It is on the discs.
That makes sense. I've not watched the disc in quite some time. I may have to pull that out.
Yeah, I ripped all of my DVDs to MP4 files, and the MP4 file is one long episode.
I believe that. So yeah, we're still in the kitchen.
We are in the kitchen.
And I think this is the point where Jack starts sharing about his desire to go into the Peace Corps himself. Or am I missing something?
We start off with Alan and Eric.
Oh, that's right. I had the episode pulled up and then it went away. So
yeah, we get some Eric and Alan flashbacks first.
That's right.
Yeah, Alan's not gonna miss Eric one bit. We get some good Eric and Alan flashbacks. I do enjoy that flashback package because it gives some good Alan and Eric.
Hey, Alec works.
Just combining them, some good Alec flashbacks, some good Alec moments.
Yeah, absolutely. Ba, 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 ba.
And there is one Amy and Eric flashback when Amy took a creative writing class.
Yes. I mean, one could argue that for Eric, like, it is harder on him to say goodbye to both mom and dad and almost still shouldering responsibility for his brother, even though he's married and all that jazz. So, you would think it'd be hard on Corey, but he's leaving to be with his wife, and so he kind of already said goodbye to his parents in a sense.
Yeah, he really did. I mean, he left the nest already. Eric is kind of still in the nest.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't fully left. He's only left for college. But Corey has already left and started a full life with his wife, so he really has fully left the nest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do. I like this line from Amy. Don't you dare get her pregnant till you're absolutely ready.
Yeah, they've already had a pregnancy scare.
Yeah. Eric's response, I won't. So yes, no, thank you for that. Yes, because then we do get into Sean and Jack trying to say goodbye to each other. Mm-hmm. And we get another wonderful cameo from Chet Hunter, Mr. Blake.
Yes, our only guest appearance the entire episode, and it's a good one.
Yeah, it is. And if you're only going to get one, you might as well get Chet Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And we have talked about this before of how can we feel about, is it really a ghost? Is it really him or not? Or is it just in Sean's head? And it seems like this. I go, I don't care. For us, the audience, we see him. He's reacting to both of the things they're saying. So, and it also doesn't surprise me that Chet would disagree with everything the boys are saying, but also leave it in, I have two smart boys who are going to do good.
Yeah, he's definitely played as a ghost here.
Yeah. Also, somehow can touch Rachel's butt.
Yeah. Gives her a little goose there.
Yeah. And maybe this is a good point for us to get into this as well. Rachel really gets hosed this episode. And maybe they could have had a scene where they were emptying out the apartment, and had one last moment there, and that's when we said goodbye to Jack and Rachel. But I don't know, there's just this awkwardness of Rachel's there.
Yeah, and they had that montage in the previous episode with Jack and Rachel that included Jack and Rachel. Mm-hmm. And it as we mentioned last episode, you feel like there is some that got cut in the writer's room just for time's sake, and there may have been some Rachel stuff that got cut.
Yeah.
But she does get shortchanged here. All we get out of Rachel is, I'm going to the Peace Corps, I got pinched by Chet's ghost, and goodbye.
Yeah. Which almost makes you wonder why she didn't leave with Angela. Mm-hmm. That could have made sense for her character of, I'm off to be with Angela and her dad and on this new adventure.
I'm shipping out to the Peace Corps a little bit early. My crew is leaving next week, so I'm going to head off and take off a little bit early.
That would have made sense for her character.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Because with Jack and Sean trying to say goodbye, there's always been this awkwardness to their relationship too. So it almost feels off that it's at the Matthews house, that these people, that their friendship had nothing to do with the Matthews house, is ending at the Matthews house. Mm-hmm. Maybe there's one more scene at the student union for them. That would have been interesting. I don't know. But I do love this moment that that the hunters have all together, where they all say that money doesn't make you rich, life makes you rich. Mm-hmm. And whether Chet believes that or not,
I don't talk like that.
I do love that too. So yeah,
boys are going to do good in the world.
yeah, absolutely. I love that they are. You move to Corey being outside, and he then interacts with Joshua.
A very aged up Joshua.
Very aged up Joshua.
Played by not only Michael Jacobs' son, but the same kid that sees dead people in the hallway of Corey and Topanga's building.
See, that's why in our headcanon, there's like a time jump that we don't get to see.
Well, there kind of has to be with Corey and Topanga being able to leave school and Topanga to be able to take not just an internship, but a job right after the internship.
Yeah, that was my problem from the start of like, okay, I get having a summer internship, but a guaranteed job, like following, like...
Because you have three, I mean, you've got Corey, Topanga, and Sean all able to pick up and just leave school. So there's got to be a time jump with them graduating.
Or at least it's enough of a... the boys, they're all going to transfer, but they don't make that clear of where they're transferring and what they're doing. And I can't remember if Girl Meets World addresses that at all, saying he graduated from Pembroke or not, or if it was they just kind of left it ambiguous, but I don't know. Yeah, but the way they make it sound is that they have no choice. They have to move to New York, because literally after the summer, it's just going to continue to roll, and she'll go to law school in New York.
Yeah. They graduated from somewhere, otherwise he wouldn't be teaching. Yeah.
I mean, and I get that Topanga could easily have the credits after only 2 years to graduate early, or to do enroll into a program where she's finishing up her master's and bachelor's at the same time. So that does exist, but oh well.
Either way, we've got an aged up Joshua.
We definitely have an aged up Joshua. And I do love that he's trying to give some, we'll call it Feeny advice, a little Feeny wisdom for his little brother. And you almost wish he could have had more moments with little Joshua, showing that Corey has a special relationship with him. Just kind of out of nowhere, he's holding this child, and it seems kind of awkward.
Just a little bit.
But, he does have the moment where he goes, you're going to go meet the world. Huh. I get it now.
Boy Meets World. I get it.
But I think this is a good time, Brett, because we're going to get into the real last scene where there's no more flashbacks. It's just you're in this scene with them. Because we still have a couple of flashbacks here and there occasionally occurring, but they're more, they happen, and it's not really the point of us talking about. It's just giving more depth in the moment. You can tell as they're saying goodbye to each of the characters that the actors themselves are feeling the goodbye themselves. Though maybe they're not giving much for Amy to do, the actress behind Amy, I think her name is Betsy, she has a lot of presence in the goodbyes, in the hug she's giving. For the actors, you can tell how emotional it is for them and how they're pushing through that. And that's why I think a lot of times these type of finales are so important, so young people can move on. So they can have that moment to say thank you and I love you.
Yep.
And it's not the parent relationship, but it's something completely different and unique, and it's helpful for their growth as humans to be able to do that. So,
indeed.
Yeah.
And this is leaving the side yard. This is a series wrap for 5 actors.
Yeah.
We've got William Russ, Betsy Randall. Shoot, I am blanking on Morgan's actress's name.
Oh, I know.
Matthew Lawrence and Maitland Ward. We're looking up
Lindsay Ridgway.
Okay, Lindsay Ridgway. So those 5, this is their final scene. So thank you for your service, all 5 of you. You did fantastic with all of the material you were given, and you gave us a great presence in the world for what you brought to the show.
Yes. Thank you. We salute you. I can't remember if we saluted Trina or not, but
If we didn't, Trina, we salute you.
yes. Yes. But essentially, the secondary main cast is now done.
Yep.
Which
They
is
all
sad.
said goodbye.
Yeah. I wish we could have had a moment for just parents, but I mean, we have what we have.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
they have tried to do several goodbyes in the show as well. So they had an emotional goodbye for Eric at least 3 times already. And I mean, technically with the wedding, like they kind of have already said goodbye to Topanga and everybody. So, and we do wish they could have had a moment with Sean, but you know, here's where we are. And also, the biggest thing I keep thinking about too, Brett, is that they're outside of Jack and Rachel, everyone else is staying.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going anywhere.
No.
And it's almost like you can always return back here anytime.
Mm-hmm.
We'll always be here for you.
Yep. And I'm sure they will come back and visit.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I gotta go back for graduations.
Exactly.
There's at least 2 more down the pike.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's also a wrap on the house. It's
Yep.
a wrap on the kitchen and the back.
No more kitchen, no more living room, no more backyard, side yard, no more Feeney's house.
Yep. We didn't even get to see Isla Bolander one more time.
Nope, no more Mrs. Feeney. She was referenced only like 3 times this season, and they were all my wife.
Yeah, I almost wish they could have had a scene where she just gave them a hug and just said, he'll be there.
Yeah.
Like that could have been.
Yeah. Instead,
more
we get
powerful.
Eric saying, I called him, he'll be there.
Okay. Which is fine because it's the clunky way of getting us back into the original classroom.
Yep.
And
How he got into the school after hours, we don't know.
it doesn't matter. The episode's got an episode. Emotional goodbye's
One
got an
last
emotional
time.
goodbye. But this is really when the actors were saying words that their characters would say, but it's really the actors saying,
Yeah.
Thank you.
They only did one run through
I can
of
imagine
this
that.
scene because they couldn't get through it more than once.
I was watching this earlier today because I realized I waited long enough. I need to watch this, and I was having a hard time watching it. But yeah, the first thing they say, because Eric is in the back because he doesn't have a proper seat there because that's not his class,
Mm-hmm.
and he just says, "Tell us you love us." And Feeny staunchly says, "I will not."
I absolutely will not.
Do you have Feeny's last lesson to them?
I don't have it right today.
Okay.
I can clip it for the actual
I just see
episode.
you holding the thing that looks like you're actively ready to hit a
I'm
button.
scrolling
so-
through my notes.
Okay, that's fair. So yeah, I think this is a good point where if we could have an edit in here of Feeny's about to give his last, that would be, I think it'd be really good. So they say, you got one last chance, Feeny, teach us the thing you want us to teach us one last time. We're your students. We're here, ready to learn.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when Feeny gives his final address to them.
Believe in yourselves. Dream. Try. Do good.
Don't you mean do well?
No, I mean do good.
That is so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I think every time we watch it, it's emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't help but get the little goosebumpies because Feeny is correct. try, do good.
Yep. Not do well. You're supposed to do good in the world.
Yeah. You feel that awkward tension for us. Where to go? Because honestly, Feeny says the thing that we'd all love to give as that last great advice, and he's able to give it. And I don't know about you and all the good-looking people, but I feel like Feeny's talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
You've been on this journey. You've done all the things you're supposed to. Now try and do good.
Yep.
Then we, one by one, have these very emotional and poignant moments.
For Topanga, he's been more of a dad to her than her own dad has been.
Yeah. Which makes you wonder how wonderful would it have been if Feeny walked her down the aisle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But still, it's understandable that for Danielle, that is accurate for her. Because you feel that from her.
Yep.
It's very powerful.
Yep, those tears are real tears.
I believe every bit of it.
Yep. And for Sean, it's that Feeny never gave up on Sean even once.
Yeah.
And we go all the way back to season 1 with the fugitive, where he's got that canvas, where he's giving him the analogy with the canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Never once.
Yeah. And you can also feel that too from Ryder.
Mm-hmm. For Eric, I'm gonna be a good person who cares about people, and I blame you for that.
Yeah. Well, think about who he is when we first meet him.
Mm-hmm.
He selfishly steals a ticket meant for his brother for a date and didn't care and put his siblings in dangerous positions and willingly went along schemes that was not wise for him to do. And
he puts just enough in the trust banks so that he can cash out when it's time.
yeah. And now he is a proper adult ready to go into the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I tend to believe that Feeny's greatest teaching with him came not from the classroom, but side by side, walking through life.
Oh, yes. His mentorship was the greatest teaching.
Mm-hmm.
And for Corey, I think we know each other long enough for me to call you Cornelius.
I do love that last minute ad in there.
Last minute reveal that Corey's name is not just Corey.
Uh-huh. Cornelius.
Not even Topanga knows that.
Yeah. You wonder if they made that quick change as a family at some point.
I wonder where did Alan and Amy come up with Cornelius? Is that a family name?
Well, it could be. Yeah. But I like how he says that, she's not scared anymore. He says, I am scared, though.
Mm-hmm. And you have a right to be.
Mm-hmm. The pilot episode, we have the two of them together in detention, and Feeny basically has to look down at him from right above him to say, you will now learn something from me.
Mm-hmm.
And now as they walk away more equals than anything else.
And he's learned so much from Feeny.
Yeah. I do love he says, you're not gonna sneak up on us at Central Park, are you?
No, Mr. Matthews, I shall remain here.
And of course, we get the last line of the episode.
I love you all. Class dismissed. Very, very emotional, lingering on Mr. Feeny in an empty classroom.
Yeah. I mean, one could argue that he's been educating for, I think they said 40 years at this point. So this is his magnum opus to go into the world and do the best good possible.
Mm-hmm.
He's had thousands of students before them, and I'm sure he'll still have some more college students after them, but these are the ones he really put his heart and blood, sweat, and tears into, really.
Yeah. As they said, he hasn't even talked to another student in 7 years.
You know, as we're coming to the end of this episode, because now all that's left is music and fading to black, I do think of our relationship, Brett, and not to get too into the weeds of everything, but we've been through a lot of life together at this point, and meeting you, I was teenager, you were adult, new person, and I could literally quote all the things they said to Feeny to you. And I won't do that to you because I don't want to get the waterworks going. But this journey of life and into adulthood and fatherhood has become a lot easier and a lot better because I have you here with me.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. And I know it wasn't easy for you when me and other students left your orbit, and I appreciate that my forcing myself and my family back into your orbit, that it's been a weird blessing now being more equals than when I was in high school. So,
And I think blessing is a very accurate word for that.
yes. And one could give praise.
Not great in this instance.
Yeah. So, basically, that is a wrap on the season.
And the series.
And the series.
Yeah.
And we can finally tip our hat to the main cast.
Yeah. William Daniels and Ben Savage and Ryder Strong and Daniel Fishel. So to all of you, thank you for your service. You've done phenomenal work over the course of 7 years and have carved out a show that has meant a lot to us over the years and continues to do so and will continue to do so.
Yes. Thank you.
So you'll probably never see this, but thank you for your work.
Yes. If you ever see this, just know how much we appreciate what you did, what you went through, and for the mark you've left on our lives.
Yep. So, Tyler, do you have any deep dives for us this week?
Well, let's hit that music.
People, 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 people. Am I the only one who read the summer reading list?
So for this last deep dive, I don't have a true deep dive again. More of a question I think needs to be answered. You know, in ending this episode, ending this time period we have reflecting on each episode as we go along. Do you think for these characters and for the people as they're going out, do you think they're all going in the right direction? And do you think that they're better off because of being in this world?
That's a loaded question.
Yes, it is.
Well, part one. Do I think they're going in the right direction? Well, I think that piggybacks off of last week's question. And I would have to share the same answer that yes, I think they're going in the right direction. They're going and stepping outside their comfort zone. They're going to go to a space where they're going to be challenged. They're going to have the opportunity to grow. They're going to have new adventures, and they're going to have the opportunity to fail, which is something that everyone needs to have the opportunity to do, because we learn just as much, if not more, from our failures as we do from our successes. As far as are they better off for being in the world, I believe that was the second part of the question.
Yeah. These characters that were in this little bubble.
I would say so, yes.
Yeah. No, so I was going to ask originally, what is the show meant for you? And likewise for me, but then I realized we talked about that the whole time.
Kind of answered that.
Yeah, so we talked about that the whole time. And for us in doing the podcast, we also answered that too. So I guess my thing that I kept going back to is we're ending this show and they're off on a new adventure for most of the cast. You know, Jack and Rachel going into the Peace Corps, which for Jack going from this sensitive, kind of shy guy to kind of being obsessed with himself.
A little douchey.
Egotistical. Or douchey is another way to put it. For him to choose to go into the Peace Corps, I think allows him to go back to kind of a version of who he was before the show. And for Rachel, of wanting to do good into the world, that is, I think, good for her character as she goes off. And also for Angela, too, her wanting to have that moment of just being a daughter of a military man and actually having time with him is actually pretty special as well. So I think our side characters of our main cast really are off on the right path. And for Alan and Amy, their lives are only changing in the fact that they're not always going to see their kids as much. At least half of them. But also New York is not that far of a drive, so if they need to get to them quickly, they can, and their kids can always come back.
Yep.
So and we have our main cast going off to New York City to a nice big challenge. And as sad as I am that Girl Meets World takes place in quote unquote New York City, it works. Because they do need to go off and have a new adventure, a new challenge, and potentially fail. I do like that sense of, well, what if we fail? Well, we all fail together. And they're all going together, and they all are off on their own new paths. And so it's a good thing. And for Feeny, I'm going to keep teaching. Because that's where we leave him, is in the classroom. We didn't meet him first in the classroom, but we knew he was teacher, and teacher's domain is classroom. And if only Corey could be more like astronauts and suck up. But yeah, that's the closest thing to a deep dive we're getting this week again. As we close off our deep dives.
Yep. All right. Well, let's talk about what we learned then.
You know anything about the Odyssey? Huh? Did I say you could talk?
I didn't teach you that.
My friend Mr. Matthews will lead the discussion.
Do I have to draw you a picture?
Well, I'm going to go with a lesson that Feeny sparked out of Sean. Don't give up on the hard luck cases, because you never know what will blossom. I have had many hard luck cases over the years that some it has paid off, some I don't know if it will pay off. I don't know if it did pay off to have invested into them. Some I no longer live near, so I don't know. Some I was able to spend enough time around that I could see some turnaround. And some I am able to see on Facebook that life has turned around for them. So don't be afraid to invest in hard luck cases, because you don't know what will blossom.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to take the lesson that Sean and Jack thought that their dad taught them, which is money doesn't make you rich, life makes you rich.
Now you gotta say it like Chet.
Money doesn't make you rich, life makes you rich.
I don't talk like that.
You know, as we sit in my unfinished house spread, as you've walked around, as you see spots that you know, like, gosh, they've not finished that yet. You know, and as I keep looking at random things that I'm like, gosh, I wish I had a few more dollars so I could finish projects and a little more time so I could do this or that. Putting a smile on my kids' faces is way more valuable to me than any finished projects or any money we could or could not have. And so our problem is simple. We get a little bit of dollars and we put those dollars into letting our kids have fun and joy. Mm-hmm. And I'm okay with that. And the memories that the youngest two might not remember someday, but we will remember. No, they're not going to remember going to the arcade or to the children's museum, but we're going to remember their giggles and going to remember just the pure joy on their face. So, and when we ask the question, is your other parent a bad parent? The answer is no. Which for us, we go, we're horrible parents. Clearly they don't love us. And oftentimes it's because we're focused on joy. We get to be known that, yes, mm-hmm. we're halfway decent parents. So, yeah.
All right. Good lesson.
Yeah. And to yours as well.
Thank you. Well.
I'm right?
No, you're exactly right.
So am I done with my education? Can I go?
Looking at grades, we have our final grade of the season. How would you grade Brave New World Part 2?
I guess I'm just going to give it an A+ again. I mean, for me, the whole episode is an A+, and so it makes sense just to finish it out. Are there things that annoy me? Absolutely. But does this thing hit me in the feels? Do I get emotional? Did it brought up a lot of things for me? Absolutely. A+.
All right. I am also going with an A+.
Very nice.
There are things I could change, but they are nitpicking. I do like that it does not lean as heavily on the flashbacks as Part 1 did. And I like that the final goodbyes are with Mr. Feeny.
Yeah. And
give the core cast an opportunity to say genuine goodbyes as both cast members and as characters.
Yeah.
And so I give it an A+.
Yeah. This may be one of the greatest last 4 minutes of a television show. Mm-hmm. Honestly. So, well, probably a little bit longer than that, maybe 6 minutes, but
yeah,
still.
Indeed.
Terrific. So that's our final lesson learned from the show and final grade of the show.
Yeah. Final deep dive.
Final deep dive.
A lot of finals.
Yes. One last dad joke for the road?
Yeah.
All right. I'll give you 2.
Okay.
The first one is there's 2 brownies baking in an oven. And the one brownie goes, "Gosh, it's getting really hot in here." And the other one yells, "Ah, talking brownie." Yeah, and the last one, it's a classic. I think I might have said it before. Don't care. Fish is swimming down the creek, in the pond, all that jazz. All of a sudden, he just rams himself into a wall. He says, "Damn."
That's right. We're TV PG.
I said DAM.
Well, that's it for us good-looking people. And even though this is the series finale of Boy Meets World, that is not the series finale for Dads Meet World.
Absolutely
there is more
not
coming. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
That's
We
right.
got one more recap episode.
We've got our season grade book, our report card, and more coming after that. We'll tell you all
my
about that
gosh.
next week.
I cannot wait. I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
So until then, you can reach us by email at dadsmeetworld@gmail.com, across social media at dadsmeetworld, across Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter/X. And we would appreciate it if you would leave a review or a rating wherever you get your podcasts. It helps us rise in the algorithm and the rankings, and lets other people know that we exist and that the dad love is good and can be shared.
Yeah.
So, until next time, we'll see you, good looking.
And back to you, good looking.
You know, how can I learn so much every week and still be so stupid? I married a moose. Was that duckies? No, garbage. It's me manifesto. My name is Plays with Squirrels. I'm gonna get back and start slapping some people around.
This is good TV.
Dads Meet World is a production of Headfirst Studios. Headfirst Studios. Tell your story.